Previously on Natural Dreams Revelation. Are you suggesting, like you said, keep Taya and Howard from getting together by all means? What better than to be working there as a doctor? Why don't we name him Jonathan Ethan McKinley? How does that sound? I knew you'd get me. That's what I love about you. Dude, you are a genius. I remember when they were together. Which means he could be the key to you getting married away from Nate. Maybe there's more to why we're having these deja vu moments. I just don't know how and why. Then why don't we help each other by going back there, yeah? Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Warren's room, Angela and Warren are talking. You miss what we have, don't you? Yeah. I still remember when Elena found out about us and accused me of using her to bait you just so I could have a chance when in fact I didn't even know you at the time. I'll say it again. Elena and I were having problems and was falling apart. I came to see what can salvage what's left of our marriage. That's where you met me. If you're asking me if I regret meeting you, then the answer is no. Honestly, I am trying to restrain myself from the urge to making love to you right now, and you're really not making this easy for me. What if you don't have to? And as they begin kissing each other, resulting in getting up, just as Angela unbuttoned her shirt, and as the shirtless Warren got her in the bed in the progress of him making sweet love to Angela. Meanwhile, in Nicole's old room, Jan and Dylan are looking around. Wait, what is it? You and I wasn't the only ones here. Oh my God. And as Jan start having flash images of Nicole and Ethan. What is it? You're right. Nicole and Ethan. They were here with us as well. Damn. What if? What if what? I'm just gonna lay this out there. What if somehow our memories somehow got erased by the recent events? Sounds like something Nicole would do, but then again, Ethan hates the both of us. Luckily for us, I have some help, and as someone knocked on the door, which is here, and as Dylan went and got the door, and it's Jared, just the man I was looking for. And as Jared came in, with Dylan closing the door, and as Jan saw him, just as Dylan went back to where Jan is, and as they both faced Jared, what can I do for you? Jan and I need your help. It's a sort of life or death situation. Meanwhile, at the Everglade Witch Manor in the living room, Sheridan sitting on the couch on her iPhone looking at videos. Her mom Michelle came in, and Sheridan saw and put her iPhone up. Any word on Dad? And as Michelle saw her, he's doing well. Mom, I know that code. Look, I just don't want you to worry, yeah? And as Damien came in, and Michelle saw along with his sister, that goes for you as well. Your father is doing all right. Who would talk to Mom? You know what? Why bother asking when you and Dad both put yourselves at risk every time when you work for that family? Enough! I just came to grab some things and I'm back to the hospital. Please excuse me. And as Michelle turned and went and left the living room, heading down the hall. And as Sheridan got up and went to where her brother is. I don't know about you, but there's definitely more to this. That I agree. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Taya's room, Taya, Sharon, and Tyler are talking. I have to make some decisions because truthfully, I don't want to end my marriage. And as Taya rolled back to her bed and arrived and got up and sat on her bed just as Sharon and Tyler came to where she is and as they sat by her. And it doesn't have to end. Yeah, we'll do what we can to support you, but Dad has to understand that you moved on with your life. Your father was just in here trying to pressure me into being with him in a sense, but I told him I am not leaving my husband. Speaking of which, have you told Brody about this diagnosis yet? No, and I don't want to stress him out given to the situation that he's helping Rachel and Aaron find their daughter. And I'm counting on you two lot to not say anything to the both of them, yeah? Meanwhile, in Lauren's office, Lauren and Elizabeth are talking. You know I can't do that. Then you better as hell figure out a way and fast. Is everything alright? And as Jesse came in, and Elizabeth and Lauren saw. Yeah, and as Elizabeth looked at Lauren who saw, Lauren and I were just having a little girl talk, yeah? Of course. Good. Excuse me. And as Elizabeth turned and went and left Lauren's office, while Jesse went and closed the door. And as he turned and faced Lauren and went to where she is. What the hell was that about? And don't tell me it was nothing, because honestly, it feels like we're back in the same place we were months ago, which usually involves a part of a secret. Meanwhile, in David's room, David's lying in bed with bandages. A nurse came in, and as they turned and closed the door, and as David saw, what's going on? And as the nurse turns around, and it's revealed to be Chad, which startled David. And as he looked at the help button, which Chad saw, I wouldn't even think a person that help button, unless you want to meet your untimely death. I already told you, I didn't kill Katie, and I for one don't believe you. And as Chad came to where David is, today, I'm gonna get some information from you, one way or another. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Ridge Manor in the living room, Rita and Nicole are talking with Paul there. Why are you still here? Well, since you insist, I came to let you know that your days being married to a Graham are memories. Alright, I heard enough. And the security guards came in, and Rita and Nicole and Paul saw. Wow, must be lovely to have your own dogs at your own convenience. Get this twisted cow out of my sight before I enter. Fine, I'll leave this as a warning. And as Nicole turned and went and left the security guards following her. And as Rita looked at Paul who saw, thank you, Paul, for having my back. Just doing what I do best. And as Paul turned and went and left the living room, walking down the hall. Meanwhile, let's get back to Rita, who went and sat on the couch. And as she got her iPhone out and began looking at it. And while that's happening, unbeknownst to her, someone is watching her at the living room entrance. Meanwhile, in Manhattan Beach, a limousine pulled up in the driveway of one of the beach houses, with Isabella and Harold inside. And as they both got out, with Harold closing the door, "Is this a place of yours?" And as Harold looked at Isabella, who saw, You really need to catch up. Have you forgotten what my last name is? Now come on, we're wasting time. And as they went to the front door and arrived and knocked on it, soon someone came and got it. And Isabella and Harold saw it's Elena. Oh my God. Elena? You look surprised, Harold. Don't mind him. I only brought him here as insurance. And as Isabella and Harold both came in, with Elena closing the door, and as they head towards the living room, and arrive and turn and face each other. So, how did it went? Not good. It seems Nate is more smitten with Mary than I anticipate. No matter. Why do I get the feeling you're up to something? You are. And that's why you're here, yeah? Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Maria is lying down on the couch stinking. Till Gloria came in, and as she closed the door and head to the table and put her bag down and turned and saw Maria who's laying on the couch and sensed something wrong. And as she went to where she is, "Are you okay?" And as Maria saw her, "Not really." And as Maria sat up, "I decided to send Oscar to Dryden Park Academy, at least to say he's not happy about going." "What about my brother?" And as Gloria went and sat by Maria, "Does he know about this?" "He does know, and he also don't want him to leave, even though he has his hands full at the moment." "What do you mean by that?" "Well, you remember when Nate told me Mary caught him and Isabella in bed a couple years ago before Christmas? Apparently, there's more that goes along with it." Meanwhile, in the front area, Ashley's sitting at the table enjoying her latte. Just as Dorothy came to where she is and arrived, and as Ashley saw her, "Really? Larry and I really need your support right now in this. It was an easy decision. Do you really think the reason I'm not there is because you desire to have children? Is there another reason?" "Look, Dorothy, I'm happy with the pair of you. Really, I am." "Wait, what is it?" "I think I know what it's all about." Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Warren's room, Angela and Warren are lying underneath the covers in bed, basking after the lovemaking. "You were amazing." "You were good. Although..." And as Angela looked at Warren, who did the same thing. "Look, Angela, it wasn't a coincidence. It's destiny for you and I to be together." "I can't believe this is happening again." "What do you mean by that?" "Me. I cheated on Vince, who was Damon, with Nate, and now Oi. We can't help on how we feel about each other, and deep down, everybody knows it." "Truthfully, when I'm with you, I do feel alive in ways I can't imagine, but I have a daughter who I love with all of my heart." Meanwhile, in Nicole's old room, Jan, Dylan, and Jared are talking. "You need a favor. What dodgy scheme have you gotten yourself into this time?" "Wow, man, you really hurt me. I thought we're supposed to be family, and we are. I just want to be prepared for anything." "I'm sorry. How's your brother gonna help us?" "You do know you can ask me. After all, I am standing here." And as Jared looked at Jan, who saw, "Look, mate, no offense, but I don't think you can." "Jan, The man's a genius when it comes to solving impossible cases. So you're a PI? Not openly, but yes. The fact is, Jan, both our freedoms are on the line here. That's why we need to find Nicole and Ethan. Especially Ethan. Alright, where do we even begin? Well, I'm glad you asked. And as Jared took off his messenger bag and pulled out his laptop case and took the laptop off and went and sat it on the table, and as he opened it, I convinced the owner to send CCTV footage of this room based on the time when you lot were here. Meanwhile, at the Everglade Ridge Manor in the living room, Sheridan and Damon are talking. How do you mean by that? Well, I'm just saying Mom would do anything to prevent us from knowing the truth. Same with Dad here. So what do we do about that? Dad was attacked, but we don't know who. By the way, where's our brother Dustin? Oh, Dustin's out with some girl. And Michael, well, he's where he is. Still processing the fact of him being our, trust me, Dustin and I weren't exactly thrilled about it either, including moving cross country just to accommodate him like he's the almighty prodigal son. Damn. Sounds to me like you lot still have some sort of resentment towards him. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Taya's room, Taya and Sharon are talking. Not to worry, Mom. I won't say anything to anyone, and that includes me husband. Thank you. By the way, how's your marriage with Tyler going? Yeah, I promised me husband I wouldn't reveal this news, but I cannot wait anymore. I'm pregnant. Yeah, Lauren confirmed it a few days ago. Oh my God, I know, right? Tyler and I have been looking forward to this for a long time. Congratulations now. Before you start, this changes nothing. Tyler and I are still pursuing our Broadway careers and all. What I was going to say is, I'm happy that both you lot's dreams are coming true. You couldn't help yourself, could you? And as Tyler came in, and Taya and Sharon saw him. Meanwhile, in Lauren's office, Lauren and Jesse are talking. You need not to worry. Really? Because it usually starts off like that. Honey, I love you, and I would never keep anything from you. I saw the tension when I walked in. That smug cow seems to hate me for some odd reason, one I'll never understand. But the fact is, she'll never like us being together. Well, that's too bad for her. She don't get to dictate on who she wants. Next time, I have words with her. You don't really have to do. Of course I do. You're my wife, and I'm not letting anyone come between us. Now, are you sure there's not anything you want to tell me? Darling, I just want to say how much I'm looking forward to marrying you. And as they begin kissing each other, unaware outside her office door, Elizabeth is listening on their conversation. Yeah, you keep on believing that, sweetheart. You have no idea of the reality it's gonna be when your whole world as you know it comes crashing down after they learn your secret. Meanwhile, in David's room, David and Chad are talking. What more can I say or do? Tell me this. You had the guts to kill her face to face, or did you cowardly took her out? I see not even a remote point of convincing you that now we're getting somewhere, and as Chad came to where David is. Now, who to say that I won't end you right here? That's because this place is crawling with security guards walking about. Yeah, about that. I happen to know a few, And the best part is, it'll make it look like you gave up. Wrong. And as Michelle came in, what the hell is going on? And as Chad looked at David and then looked back at Michelle, you even utter a scream and he dies. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Ridge Manor in the living room, Rita's sitting on the couch looking at the wedding photo of her and Adam on her iPhone. Lucy came in, and Rita looked up and saw her, and as she shut her phone off, I hope you don't mind, the maid let me in. You're fine. So what brings you here? And as Lucy came and sat by Rita, it's about our mom's doppelganger, Susan. What about her? Seems she's left Los Angeles. That's good news. No. I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of her. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Rita and Lucy, someone is watching them at the living room entrance. Meanwhile, on the back side, Paul opened the door, and it's Darren. Dude, what are you doing here? I came with some dire news. Look, I get the situation. Dude, I mean her husband. Whatever it may be, I can't handle now. Now do one and tell my uncle and aunt I got this. And as Darren turned and walked away, and as Paul thinking, no matter, I will get justice for my parents' death one way or another. Meanwhile, in Manhattan Beach in Elena's beach house in the living room, Elena, Isabella, and Harold are talking. I gotta get Nate away from my niece. What can I do? And before you ask, hold it there. I won't be requiring those services when I can do them myself. Now, I need a way to draw a wedge between them. And that's where you come in. Look, I've already lost my marriage. How? When you walked away. Yeah, I'm kinda looking for someone new. Well, lucky for you, I got the perfect guy. And as Isabella got her iPhone out and pulled out a picture and showed it to her. And as Elena got the phone and saw it's a picture of Nate Collins. And as she looked at Isabella, he's cute. Is he single? Not exactly. No, not interested. I'm sorry. This is no quest. Now you remember the favor you owe, right? Yeah, I'm cashing in on it. So tell me, do we have a deal or do we have a problem? And believe me, having a problem with a Graham is gonna be the fatal mistake you'll ever make. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Maria and Gloria are talking. Wow, seriously? Isabella and Nate have a daughter? Yeah, apparently so. Wait, why would you reveal this to him now? It seems Isabella may have a thing for your brother. You mean by using Scarlett as a pawn to give Nate in her life? That is so twisted. I thought she was with Sean or Vince. Hell, I don't even know at this point. Neither do I. But she obviously is threatened by his rekindled romance with Mary. By the way, how'd it go Owen at the school today? Him and Vanessa totally slept together, and I got the proof I need by his reaction. Meanwhile, in the front area, Ashley and Dorothy are talking. And what would that be, love? You and John had adopted several children to expand your family. Wrong. John and I had surrogates. Now, if you've done your research Instead of assuming I'm sorry, what I meant to say is, what we're doing is probably causing you to miss your husband more. Here's the thing, Dorothy. I will always miss my husband, no matter what. Now tell Laurie I'll be there for you and him, and stop worrying, yeah? Good. Now that whatever this is done, if you excuse me, I need some privacy so I can think on my own, if you don't mind. Okay. I'll see you when I can. And as Dorothy got up and went and left the cafe. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Warren's room, Angela and Warren are finished getting dressed as they're talking. Let me guess. Going back to Damon? Look, I know the deal. You committed to him, but you make it sound like a death sentence or something. Damon and I share a daughter, Holly, who I love with all of my heart. I get it. He's a lucky man to have you. Not if he finds out about us. Just relax, yeah? I'll keep me distance for now, till you come crawling back to me. You really are something, aren't you? Maybe I am. Now do one before I change my mind. And as Angela got her stuff and went and left Warren's room. Meanwhile, in Nicole's old room, Jan, Dylan, and Jared are talking while Jared's accessing the footage on his laptop. It is, and as Jan and Dylan came to where Jared is and saw the footage of her, Nicole, Dylan, and Ethan talking. Hold on. I thought these rooms supposed to be private. Have there been cameras installed in here? Come to think about it, it does sound strange. Wait, what? That's not Ethan. And as they saw the footage of him transforming into Yummy Jacob. No, that's Jacob's other half. Of course, they really did drug us, so we wouldn't remember. Okay, I'm gonna go track Nicole down. Dude, be careful. She could be not to worry. I'll be fine. You two lot go about your lives till I find something. Alright. I better head back to work. I'm quite certain my husband must be worried. I'll walk you out. No. I'll wait for you outside. I kind of figured you two need a little privacy. And as Jan in turn went and left Nicole's old room. And as Dylan and Jared continued talking. Thanks, once again. Dude, I don't know what kind of dodgy situation you got involved, and I really don't want to know. Meanwhile, at the Everglade Witch Manor in the living room, Sheridan and Damon are talking. Maybe you're right at times. I still do despise him for making me and Dustin change our lifestyle, but that's nothing compared to what you've been through. I mean, who would put another man's memory inside? I overcome it in the end. Look, I know you're trying your best here. Right now, we need to focus on Dad. And as Sheridan's iPhone beeps, and she got it, and saw a text from Dustin saying, "What's going on with Dad?" Everything okay? Yeah, it's our brother wondering how our dad is. You know what? Let's go to the hospital and show our support. Okay, I'll text Dustin 2 minutes there. Good call. And as Damon got up and went and left the living room, while Sheridan begins texting Dustin. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Taya's room, Taya and Sharon are surprised by Tyler's arrival. And as he came in, Look, Tyler, Sharon, it's fine. She's your mom and my mom-in-law, and I'm quite certain I can trust her to be discreet. At least for now. That's fine with me. I'm just happy. I feel like life has given you two lot another chance. I just wish there's a way to... I know. Your father's a strong man who can overcome anything. I just don't get to why anyone didn't detect this sort of thing. It just really makes me angry. Oi, let's not kick off yet. You still got some time. And I want more. Look, we all need to be strong for him, yeah? Meanwhile, in Lauren's office, Lauren and Jesse are talking. I truly feel the same way. Look, a few months ago, I'm sorry for kicking off at you. It's just a thought, I know. And you're right about one thing. The baby wasn't yours at all. I'm sure whatever reason you need to get rid of it, I completely understand. You are really too good to be true, you know that? Well, being in the shadow realm really makes you rethink things in life. Just so you know, it was Stefan who was impersonating Kyle that put you in the shadow realm, I know. In fact, I overheard you and my mom fighting over what you just told me. I kind of figured. Look, after we get married, perhaps we can try a baby of our own. What do you say about that? I'll look forward to that. Meanwhile, outside Lauren's office, Elizabeth is continuing to listen to their conversation. Too bad. I'm afraid that's not in the cards for you, Lauren. No. You're going to lose him. And this time, for good. Mark my words. And as Elizabeth in turn went, walking down the hall, walking past David's room in the process, let's get inside to where Michelle, David, and Chad are talking. You really are a smug son of a bitch. I would really watch what you say to me. Oh, what, tough guy? You put me in one of these beds as well? I'll tell you what. How about I put you 6 feet under? Enough, Chad. Dude, you don't run the show. Now enjoy your time, because either way, I'm getting justice for Katie's death. So watch your back. And as Chad turned and began heading out, you Colin sure as hell know to threaten people. It's not a threat, mate. And as Chad stopped and turned and faced Michelle and David, it's a promise. One I intend on delivering. And as Chad turned and went and left David's room. Meanwhile, at the Lakewood Ridge Manor in the living room, Rita and Lucy are talking. Whatever mind game or trick she have, I'd be more ready to take her down. Same here. Look, I know why you're here. It's about the threatening texts, and I promise you, I'm fine. I have security guards all around the premises. That I see. I'm just wondering how you are. Honestly. I'm just trying to hang on while raising me kids best way I can. I just wish Adam was here, but I understand too why he needs to leave to clear the air for a while. Just so you know, Tristan and I are here whenever you need us, yeah? Thank you, Lucy. And as Lucy's iPhone rings, and she got it and saw it's Tristan. Speaking of which, that's him calling me now. I have to go. Just stay in touch. I will. And as Lucy got up and went and left the living room answering the phone. Hey, you. And as Rita thinking, well, thanks to Jack hiring those guards, the text has mysteriously stopped. Well, at least for now. Meanwhile, Paul came in the living room and Rita saw. Paul, I thought you went and did something. I didn't realize you'd be back so soon. Why don't we start with the pleasantries already? Because frankly, it's starting to get old. What do you mean by that? How about I illustrate of what I'm talking about? And as Paul in turn took out a gun, which she saw, and as she quickly got up, what's going on? And as Paul pointed the gun towards Rita, I know your husband killed my dad, and now I'm about to get even with his wife. On the next Natural Dreams revelation, seriously? When's this ridiculous vendetta you lot have against our families gonna end? Simple, love. When you lot are wiped off the planet. You want me to be your deputy here, temporarily. As you know, I'm about to be on leave. Guys, we've been searching with no results, which led me to believe that she's been pulling wrong. I can assure you lot that she's here. What are you not telling us? I know you know something. You know what? You're right. Money can only get you so far. Well, I beg to differ, boys. And as Mercedes came in, and Daniel and Ray saw her. We don't have time for you little tempter acts. Your father's in a great peril of pain. Just answer me this. Was it worth it? What does that mean? Yeah. What are you on about, Lucas? I'm talking about Tamara.